that's wrong. Why are you coming out those speakers? Ah! God damn it. Hello all, and welcome back to, what is this, day 288 of our 365-day streaming challenge. Why is this... Yes, modern output to a different... it's a different thing. Nope. Why, game? Why do you do this to me? Okay, under off. Now I'm under an output. Aha! Now I can hear it. That was dumb. Okay. So yeah, hang on. Ta-da! There we go. I don't think I ever actually finished this game. In fact, I know I didn't finish this game. Because going back, I restarted the game and got through some of the, like, fiddly stuff at the beginning and realized that, one, going through the, like, weird raiding a casino thing in the beginning, one, since the game notices that I have a save file, it shows faces for the people who are talking, like the other heroes who I would have met because I had a second save file, which weirded me out a little bit. Also, the casino that they're raiding is a palace that I remember being still in, and that it wasn't actually the last one. So I just decided, screw it. Instead of being deeply confused about where in the hell I left off, I might as well just play some more and start over from the beginning. This is probably going to be a relatively short stream. In theory, Miriam is supposed to be over in like an hour and a half. Let me off of the train. Thank you. So hopefully she'll be around then. I'll stop streaming, but we'll see. Oh, fuck, right. I forgot how busy this goddamn map is. Of course, it's doing that on purpose to deeply confuse me while I try and get to the Ginza line. Also, I can't see half of the TV. I should probably fix that. Is this Ginza? It is. Hang on while I turn the TV so that I can see all of it. Also... What do you mean I left off over in that corner? Sorry. The other thing is that, because this is technically the last day of my vacation from work, I am drinking, so I'm a touch not all quite here. Because I've had a significant amount of this. It's a very good Sauvignon Blanc, which I am not going to complain about. Okay, I made it to the Ginza. No, I didn't. Shibuya. Wait, I thought I had to go to Shibuya. I'm so glad they don't make you do this all the time. Okay, Ginza line is this way. Ginza line is this way. Up. Got it.
What's happening?
There we go. Okay, so this way, but it's being cleaned. Okay, how do I find another way around? This way? Nope. What do you mean another way around?
What?
Okay, so I go out and up and out. Okay, sure. Oh, good, I'm dropping frames. That's a new one. Why am I dropping frames? Is it only when I move? Or was it just a sudden awful... Okay, that... Hopefully that was just a weird little thing. At least I've had food. So, the only reason why I've had food today is because... is because someone sent me... Right, I'm looking for Ginza line. A link. Or not a link. Sent me a thing on Facebook that was about a mac and cheese maker, which is the most unnecessary bullshit thing I've ever seen. But it made me want mac and cheese, so I ate an entire box of mac and cheese. Because I have very weak self-control, apparently. Does this go to Ginza? Or is this where I came out from? Apologize for the Indian jail line is off schedule. Ginza line, the Teku building next door. Okay. What the fuck do you mean next door? Do you just mean this? That's dumb, but okay. Why is the Ginza line up? Sure, whatever. But don't worry, I'll be incoherent for basically the rest of today. Because Miriam's coming over to drink, so they will just let me on the train. So I will be drinking for like the rest of today. Because I have to go back to work tomorrow, and I haven't heard back from any of the other jobs that I'm applying for, so yay.
Oh man. Did it say it was going to rain today?
I don't know.
Huh? It's raining outside?
It didn't look like it was raining.
It just started all of a sudden. This is why I hate the early spring.
It reminds me. Did he take an umbrella?
That is a phrase? No, I did not take an umbrella.
Who are you talking about?
So,
Don't mind me.
right, I'm sort of blocking some stuff down there. I think I'm gonna move myself up to the top left. Nope, not that one. These. Head up. And then grab das Camera. Und flip horizontal. Okay, there we go.
So, what'll it be?
One
so,
house blend.
hey,
The
Odin-san.
effects of yesterday's subway accident continues on today, as various lines suffer delays
a
and...
little bit. Nope. So just in case anyone's not aware of the conceit
There's
of
been a lot
Persona
of
5.
nasty accidents lately. You know, I mean the subway accident that
Basically,
the news is
we
talking
did
about.
a good thing in that there was a creepy guy who turned out to be a very powerful politician trying to force a woman into his car, and we stopped him, and because he was a very powerful
coworker got
politician,
caught up in it
we
and is in
got
the
arrested and
hospital now.
blamed for it.
But that aside,
Oh, hush.
the people who
I'm
caused
just
these...
gonna fast forward through this. And their fix for it was basically to sweep it under the rug, say that I had a criminal record now. That guy in pink was a friend of our parents' cousin or something really separated like that. Because our parents apparently didn't even try. So we're staying with him and going to a new academy and trying to not get anything bad happen. Also, people are having horrible, like, mental shutdown / brain aneurysms and having bad things happen because they usually have that happen while they're, like, driving a train or a bus, so there keep being awful accidents. And we are now going to spend, like, the next year finding all the people with fucked up head cases. And trying to make them better. Also, because I'm stupid, the character's name, because I got to set first and last name, is just Cap America. Because why the hell not? I was about most of the way through this class when I came up with that name and just decided to roll with it.
Good morning. You want me to give you a ride to school? You're gonna be late.
Sure, thank you.
That's the creepy volleyball teacher.
Do you need a lift too?
Nah.
I don't know why we said no and are just standing in the rain, but whatever.
Damn it! Screw that perfect teacher.
Perfect teacher?
Oh, so this is the other thing. We have a magical phone app that we keep trying to delete and won't go away ever since we ran into the politician. The way that it works,
What do you want?
which these guys will slowly figure it out. No, because it has to be a first name and a last name, so it's Cap America. It would have been American, but I wasn't thinking that clearly. So they'll figure this out.
Planning on ratting me out,
I could have gone with
Kamoshida?
Roger Stevens, but that's a little bit too close to my own name and feels weird. That's why the audio isn't syncing up. I thought it was really poorly lip-synced. I just remembered I'm hearing it on the delay. Yep, Kamoshida, creepy dude. So basically the way the phone app
Does
works is
whatever
that
the hell he wants.
once we figure
Who does he
out
think he is,
where
the king of a castle?
someone's palace
Do you
is,
agree?
the palace being like their awful, weird,
No,
warped
I
mental
mean-
state, and where they apply it to, we need to come up with a couple of Americant, with a couple of phrases that tie into it. I think it's 3 phrases.
You don't know Kamoshida? You're from
Along with their
Shushin,
name.
right?
So we figured out his name now because it's Kamoshida, and we said it while the app was listening, along with Pervy Teacher
messing with
and
me?
probably Castle. Because if I recall correctly, you need like 2 or 3 descripting words, and then one that
You're
is
wearing
whatever
a
he thinks of
Shushin
it as.
uniform.
So in this case, he thinks of the place that we'll see as his castle.
Huh.
And I believe we accidentally stumble into his palace, like,
Oh.
today.
This rain ain't too bad.
This is also... I feel weird, because I think no one really... What is this guy's name? I know his code name is Skull, but now I can't remember his real name.
My head hurts.
But he tends to not be popular, I guess, but I tend to like him. Oh, right, and the other conceit of this game is basically that everything that's happening we are describing to a... I believe she's a public prosecutor? Who we will actually
There was a
meet in the
terrible
story at
subway
different
accident
points.
that day. You remember it, don't you? I assume you know of the uproar that the public calls the psychotic breakdown incidents.
The castle of my mother? That's very specific. Yeah, the psychotic breakdown incidents. Yeah, sure. Which have nothing to do with
You
me!
say that like it's none of your business.
It is none of my business.
It was all over the news, and one of the victims included a teacher at your high school.
That was different. I will explain why.
I've noted on that day, were you still an ordinary student? Let me change the question. You transferred to Shushin, an ordinary prep school that could be found in any city. That's what it should have been.
Should
What
have,
happened?
but it
Or
was
tell me
creepy as all
everything.
hell. Ugh. Oh good, now the phone app is staring at us. Oh, right, and now we're in his palace by accident. We just accidentally warped there. Except time passes here, so that kind of is balls.
We didn't.
I have seen very few French films.
Yeah, this should be right.
In fact, I can only think of one that I've seen, and I can't even remember the name. I know it translates as The Butterfly and the Diving Bell. It's a man with locked-in syndrome. But that's the only one that I can think of having watched. The glow of the why do I not remember what a glow is? Because I know that's the something of my father, but... Which one's Frere? Frere's brother. Yeah, this is his castle. I'm just gonna skip through all of this because I remember this. Did we make a wrong turn? Sure. The sign for the school. Yeah, we turned towards the school. Yep.
Right?
Yeah, I saw it, and then we warped into this hellhole.
Jeez, you freaked me out. Who are you? You a student?
I like how we
Man,
still don't know
costume's
his name. It's just
impressive.
Vulgar
Is
Boy.
that armor real? Come on, don't just stand there, say something.
You are about to get stabbed, damn it.
Hey, what's...
Look, I feel like my character isn't quite as stupid,
Dude,
but...
I don't know.
So part of the other reason why I decided to,
It's
like...
real.
Oh, no, yeah, that makes sense for Garden. Part of the other reason why I decided to roll back, though, is that there's a bunch
Calm
of...
down. Time out, man.
Not even, like, one time, but, like, there's quizzes or
We gotta run.
interactions with people to boost your social links. And if
Yeah,
you
we
do
better not
them
mess
not
with it.
quite
Go!
right, it takes longer. So I am 100% going to cheat, because some of them are actually, like,
With these guys.
knowledge quizzes. Like, hey, here's a real school quiz, take it and don't screw up.
What the hell you think?
I mean, they're usually 2 questions long at most, but still. Angry Guard voice. Yes, I would like to save my current progress. God damn it. Yes! Overwrite my save! Okay. Hrumph.
Hey. Hey, wake up.
Oh good, now we're in a creepy dungeon.
You all right?
Sauvignon Blanc.
I see.
Then again, I also just don't like red wine. Yeah. Something about the tannins gives me a massive headache. Not quite
It's like the
migraine,
same
but
dream.
damn near close.
Yeah. What's going on?
That's why it makes me really sad, because I love,
Let us out of here.
we had a
I know there's
blueberry
someone
wine
out
for a
there.
while that was really nice, but I had the exact same issues with it. It was just too
Damn it.
tanniny,
Where are
so if
we?
I drank it,
Is
it
this
was just
some
like, it
kind of
feels like
TV
there's
set?
stuff attached to my teeth now, and I have a horrible headache. Oh good, there's also torture going on.
The hell was?
I'm gonna fast forward through the torture, thank you, yep. Yeah. The issue is that even, like, a single glass of
Come on,
wine
man.
is more than enough for me. Like, I wish that didn't happen. Because I like the flavors of red wine, but just the tannins fuck with me. No, it is not funny. Look, I'm actually investigating.
Hey.
There, okay, nothing inside the cell. Hear what? I don't hear shit. But yeah, I think that's probably why I enjoy cocktails so much. It's just one, there's sort of an element of cooking to it, that it's mixology, making something. And the fact that it's generally a non-tannin, very pure,
Say what?
one-note spirit combined
No
with
one's
other
allowed
notes.
to do as they please in my castle.
Right, so fair warning, Kamoshida also wears nothing but a fucking thong. No, this is not a joke. He's got this coat and a thong, and that's it.
Huh? Wait. Is that you, Kamoshida?
Welcome back, Hixidas. There we go. Also has creepy glowing yellow
Thought it
eyes.
was some
Not sure.
petty thief, but to think it'd be you, Sakamoto. Are you trying
I feel like
to
that's
disobey
pronounced
me
wrong
again?
in English, but whatever.
Looks like you haven't learned
Yeah,
your
this
lesson at
is...
all, huh?
This we have by accident. This is a Mount Konochi Vineyard Sauvignon Blanc from Lake Country, which is in California. Okay. So we have Blue Apron because we're lazy buggers, and Blue
And you
Apron has
brought a
its like
friend
also
this time,
wine thing
because
where
you
once a
can't
month
do
they'll send
anything
you
for yourself.
6. They're not quite half. They're a little bit more than a half bottle of wine, and we usually just skip it because we're not big wine people.
This ain't
And we
funny,
forgot
you
to skip it
asshole.
this month, so it just arrived and we went, I guess we'll just drink it then.
Is that how you speak to a king?
Yes.
It seems not only did you sneak into my castle, you could... The punishment for that is death.
What on earth are you making with 6 parts of gin and 1 part of vermouth?
Stop.
Oh, that worked better than I would have expected.
I ain't down for this shit. Come on, we're out of here.
Unless you just get gut-shotted by a dude with a sword.
Just go. Get out of
Oh, running away, are we?
Come
Yeah,
on.
I just met this guy.
What's the matter?
I mean, but clearly my character's
I'll
whole thing
follow
is
some
that
of
he's
this
not
one's
able to ignore someone being beaten on by a jackass.
Take this,
Ow.
lowly scum! Useless pest!
Yep, there's a brief shot of the thong. Ooh, we have not received expired goods, so... I have not had to deal with any sort of, like, return or issues with them, but I feel like they would respond
Earlier, girl.
relatively quickly to that.
A peasant like you isn't worth beating. I'll have you killed
See,
right
we just
now.
like it because it's... cooking,
What?
but
Don't you dare
it's
tell
cooking that we don't
me
have to go
don't know
buy the fucking ingredients for when
That look in your
both of
eyes.
us leave work at, like, 3 and don't get home until 5 or 6.
After the peasant, it's his turn to die.
I don't think a dry martini is gonna be...
This is truly an
I feel like that's not a
unjust game.
Okay, so having worked in food production now, that's not a, like,
But if my voice is
overarching
reaching,
Blue Apron thing.
there
That
may
is
yet be
a
possibility
hacker
open
or
to
an
you.
operator who is trying to fill a quota, and for some reason,
Are you simply going to watch?
their quality assurance couldn't catch it.
Forsaking you to save yourself.
Because,
Death awaits him if you do nothing.
like, working in quality assurance now, I can very safely say that 60% of the emails that my department receives are people on the production floor going, hey, can we get a shelf life extension to use this product? Even though this product that they're asking for is, like, a month expired. And they think that that's... No, it's totally fine, we've done it before, we can put it in. It's like, yes, and you're all in trouble for having done it before, remember? Also, this is just a thing that happens whenever anyone makes a pact, just so you're aware.
But I know justice. Call upon my name and release thy rage. Show the strength of thy will to ascertain all on thine own. Though thou be chained to hell itself.
Execute him! What was that? You desire to be killed that much? Fine.
I'm sorry, did you just stab me? Oh, and now we're off to animated cutscene land. Haha! Oh, so on Friday, I believe I get paid on this Friday. I'm like 90% sure I get paid on this Friday. I am going to be ordering the janky-ass piece of equipment I need to try and stream from my 3DS. So if that once that arrives, and if it doesn't do anything terrible... By the way, blood warning. For some reason, they all tear off their masks. No, I don't know why. It's just a thing they all do every time. I mean, I guess I looked away so I didn't actually see what anyone did to me, but it sounded like stabbing. So hopefully within like a week or two, well no, not a week or two because it has to ship from not America. Within the month, hopefully sooner rather than later, we should be able to actually stream some Pokemon. And other 3DS games, but mostly Pokemon. Oy, oy, oy.
I am the pillager of Twilight. Arsene!
Thank you.
What the?
That's very descriptive.
I am the rebel soul that resides within you.
Okay.
If you so desire, I shall consider granting you the power to break through this crisis.
Thanks. Yes, give me power.
Very well.
Who the hell are you?
I am a man with a persona.
Start by killing that one!
Can you go away with your annoying little falling thing? Pyrojax, they're so cute.
Strength of my
It throws me off so much because I've got a 3DS game that's also by Atlas, which means it, oh hush, which means it uses a lot of the same like stuff. For some reason, just Atlas games in general, if they're in the like Persona or Shin Megami Tensei series, use relatively the same enemies. The Shin Megami Tensei ones usually have way more of them, but I get thrown off because whenever I'm playing that, it's like, oh yeah, Pyrojax, they're not a threat. Oh shit, they're actually really powerful. They're not a starting enemy in that game. They're much harder. Why am I using curse damage? Pyrojax aren't actually like hurt. Oh wait. These have something else, some other name, because they don't call them Pyrojax in this game, because the translation is weird. Yes, yes, I know how to use melee attacks, damn it. I forgot how just pretty and stylized so much of the stuff in this game is. I don't... if I recall correctly, Arsene is sort of like... Right, orders, I forgot I had those. Is... like, darkness related? But I don't remember for sure. Because the weird thing about Persona games is that your starting Persona is usually really weak. So there's usually a good reason to just fuse them as soon as you can, because they're usually not that great. If I recall correctly, Arsene actually makes pretty decent fusion material.
What? What was that just
now? There's something in my nose. Wonderful. Wonderful!
You little...
I just realized, I like that it's Kamoshida, ... question mark. Welcome to the channel, Enbun. I hope you enjoy. Grab the key, grab the key! Yes, that. Come on, lock the cell and we run.
Okay, it's locked.
Damn you!
Hey, what was that just
I guess it's probably not a thong, it's probably a Speedo.
Your
but still.
clothes!
My clothes are awesome!
Whoa, it went back to normal!
Oh.
You bastards!
God. Anyways.
Why are we running? I had amazing clothes. I had a demon! I know why we're running, but still. I had a demon and awesome clothes. Where'd my clothes?
What was that?
Okay. Now I need to remember how the hell to get out of here.
Alright! For real?
We jump. Yes, we can jump. God damn it. Tutorial. There's nothing down here, is there? Yeah. Unfortunately, this game also has... It's not really sporadic loot. There's loot. There's sort of like a grindy dungeon that we can go to later that has random spawning loot that encourages my awful run down every goddamn hallway habits, but...
No way, man! Hey.
Ooh. So, once we do have Pokemon, though, I will be definite... I think I will still be doing Pokemon pretty much as soon as I can, because I've still never done a Nuzlocke, and that seems like a fun thing to at least try and do for Twitch. Or do on Twitch, whatever. If I'm gonna keep pretending, or not pretending, hoping and dreaming that we can make this a feasible income source, means actually coming up with new ideas and sticking with steady shows, so that's the fun part.
Oh.
Yes, it's a drawbridge. Why are you asking about the drawbridge? And in any of the cells.
Whoa!
Why do we have to hide? Oh, them? Okay. Oh, I really don't want to run away and blow my nose because there's something in it, but I think I'm gonna have to. I'll be back in just, like, half second. Oh god. That was an awful series of noises. Ugh. Oh, yay. It's just that thing with streaming is either you're a person who gets like one awful, terrible hiccup every time you record a video or stream or anything, or in my case, my nose just goes like, you're on camera right now, right? You can't afford to be like seen doing something stupid or disgusting. I'm gonna itch right now. Inside. Deal with it! Which I guess is better for me than, hiccups, because my hiccups never don't hurt.
The hell? Huh?
That is a person. That is a person in a helmet being dangled above a river. Wonderful.
Huh? Damn it.
I'm pretty sure we just do something with the statue. I just don't remember what we have to do to the statue. Oh, he thinks it's a volleyball player in the cells. That would sort of make sense with Kamoshida being the volleyball teacher.
What the hell?
Hey! Hey!
Yes? Yes, mysterious voice?
What?
You're not soldiers of this castle, right? Get me out of here!
Hello, tiny cat.
Look, the key's right there!
Okay.
We're trying to get the hell out. I mean, you obviously look like an enemy too.
I'm locked up here, so how can I be your enemy? Help!
Yeah, be quiet so we can let you
I'm
out.
begging you, you have—
I'm not saying no, I'm saying be quiet so we can let you out.
Shit, there's still no service. Ain't there any way? How the hell?
Hey, you too! Wanna know where the exit is? Let me out? You don't wanna get
Let's
caught
listen
and
to the
executed,
cat.
right?
Sure. All of these sound dickish, but whatever.
I never go back on my word.
This thing sounds like it's all.
If you guys think you can get out on your own, then be my—
What do we do? Are you seriously not messing?
Let him out for— Fast forwarding. He's a main party member. I'm fast forwarding so that we can actually get him out of there.
Jeez.
It's fourth period already. Yep, I'm late. America-kun. Okay, sure. Let's go with that. I knew I was gonna regret that name. There we go. Sorry, I had to send a text to Haley. Hey, what do you know? Yes, it's the stupid statue.
Hey.
Well,
Yeah, just pull the jaw down. 'Cause why the hell isn't that how you open a drawbridge?
For real?
Yeah, just poke the statue until something moves. How else was it gonna get lowered?
Oh shit! Oh shit, it's them!
You amateur! Stay still! Hey you! You can fight, right? Let's go! Come!
I like that he just didn't even acknowledge that he totally noticed that, oh, you've got a Persona 2. Okay, sure. Let's do this. God, sir, it was so weird.
You got one of those things too?
We will promptly shut them up!
Oh god, the Incubus 2. Thank you, game.
Damn shadows. They've taken up intercept positions. It means they're holding nothing back and I'll back you up. So fight like your life.
I mean, doesn't it?
Persona!
Like curse damage. Neither of these two actually take any extra damage from curse, so I'm not gonna waste any MP. Oh, fuck. Except that the fucking imp has lifesteal. Damn it.
This is how you... Zoro, show your might!
Yes, you actually have abilities that work. I don't. I don't have any weakness attacks right now.
Let's hurry and get through this! Persona!
Why are you still attacking on your own? Yeah, unlike you, I'm not gonna just frivolously waste magic. Woohoo! Level 3, and our Sen is up to level 2.
Okay.
This game constantly throws me off, though, just because it's sort of Pokemon-esque, in that we have this team of Personas, but there's no version of the experience share. Or there is, but it's really late in the game, and I don't remember if it even applies to Personas.
Oh!
Yes, yes, yes. We're leaving now. Come on, run through. I know. Oh, thank you for the medicine.
Okay.
Exit is that way. Whew.
Now then.
Yes, except that I need to not do auto-recover anymore, because it's such a waste of SP. I have a bad habit of trusting auto-recover, and it's good,
No!
but I trust it too much. And I end up using up everyone's SP, so I can't do anything.
Whoa!
Yeah, we've established they're volleyball players from our
Come on,
school.
man.
What did you say?
Oh, right. So they're also not really people. They're like shadow images of real people. We were gonna have to go this way anyway! Why are you bitching? Oh, hey, Pixie. I believe we get to capture one of these. Or I might be thinking of something else.
Persona! Ravage them!
The enemy's down!
Come! Go down!
Okay, let's see. Do I get... Nope, don't get to take any of them. Shit. Okay.
I'm not done.
I thought we could recruit in this first mission, but I guess not. I think it takes a bit for us to unlock the ability to recruit. Yay, Mona's up to... Or Mona? What's her name? I think it's Mona. Morgana, that's it. I think her code... Ryuji, that's his name! Damn it, I thought it was an RY something. I think Morgana's code name ends up being Moana. Or Mona. Not Moana, god damn it. I finally saw that movie. Only took, like, a year after it came out to finally see the damn thing.
This way!
Pixie... What? Pixies? I don't even know what the hell that means. I think you're making shit up. Or interpreting my idiot thoughts, which is slightly more disturbing.
We're here.
Oh, finally. It's not opening.
It's not just gonna be the door.
Don't jump to conclusions.
Oh, or it could be the other
wait
door.
up.
God. Air vent!
This is the most...
Blow the wall up.
That's right.
Okay.
Ew.
Yep, we're going out the air vent.
And a 1, and a... Ah! Ow. Oh,
That looked painful.
seriously, we're finally...
You should wait on celebrating until you actually... Now get going!
But...
There's something that we're going our separate...
Thank you, Cat.
You've got manners. Be careful on your way.
I do have manners, which everyone seems to interpret as me being an asshole to them.
Those two seem useful.
I am gonna level with you. I've never actually read
Especially
any
the
Discworld.
frizzy-haired one, if my judgment's right.
So, yeah. I don't actually know why. I think because in my brain I think of it as fantasy, and I just don't read or listen to that much pure fantasy.
Did we make it?
Like, all of the fantasy that I listen to has to have some sort of tweak to it, because I just don't like plain old basic fantasy. Like...
Huh? Returned?
I don't like Lord of the Rings, if I'm completely
Does
honest.
that mean
It's
we got away?
droll. And sort of... bleh. Like...
I don't know what to think anymore.
I can only deal with something like Dresden Files and
What
that
was all
other
that
one that Bill
anyways?
recommended to me, whose name I've
Castle
forgotten,
and
because they're
Kamoshida
sort of
and that
like...
weird cat?
because they're set in a modern setting, so all of the fantasy tropes annoy me less because they've got other things to offset them. And even then, like, I love Brandon Sanderson
Cutting
stuff.
classes, are we?
And a lot of his stuff is fantasy,
We were
but a
trying
lot
to
of his
get
stuff
to
is
school, and
fantasy
we ended-
with insane magic systems that I don't think anyone else would have tried to make work. And worlds built up around
Why
those
would you
magic
think that?
systems. I just don't like plain old generic
Are you his friend?
workaday fantasy, I guess. Yeah, something like that.
Then you should go to school. Take him with you.
We got
Like I'm
really
trying to say,
lost.
I don't know what's going on either.
We passed by Shujin on our way here. There was nothing out of the ordinary about it.
Why does one of you have a bike?
If you spout any more nonsense,
Come on.
Yeah, just let's get going. It was weird.
That's not what...
Yes, I know, but it was...
Wait a sec.
They clearly don't see it,
Fine,
so... Oh my god, Ryuji.
A Minister of Transport announcing his resignation.
Oh, so this... I don't remember what SIU stands for, but this guy is or Say, however the hell her name is pronounced, the public prosecutor's boss, and seems to have some idea what is actually going on with the mental shutdowns, and is not telling anyone, and sort of like drops bad hints about it, but that's it. See?
Things are going as planned. Sai Nijima. That reminds me.
Sai, apparently.
Better to leave it be for now.
Leave what be? Thank you for that wonderful cliffhanger, you ass.
Is this for real? I'm sure we came the same way. What's going on here?
That's
Like-
exactly what I wanted to ask you.
Oh, hello, counselor who sounds drunk.
We received a call from the police.
Damn cops.
Like, even
snitched on
thinking
us
about
after
it,
all.
the main Sanderson books aren't even all that fantasy-esque.
Where were you?
Like, I mean, maybe the original Mistborn series is
castle?
sort of fantasy-ish, but even
So you
then,
have no
like,
intention
they
of
have
giving an honest
canon,
answer.
which isn't exactly a mark of high progress, but it's the most advanced technology they have.
What's this about a
And by the
castle?
time the second series comes around, they've, like, skyrocketed into, like,
Kamoshida?
Civil War
You
Wild
seem
West
so
tech.
carefree, Sakamoto. Quite a
One of these days, I'd actually like to run
Shut up. It's
something
your
with
fault
the Mistborn RPG system
How
set in the roughs, because that sounds
He's
really
the one that
nice.
provoked me.
Do you
And
really
then
want
what's
to
the
be...
other one?
In any case...
Blah, 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 blah.
What?
Well, if you... Still, you're
He gives us
coming
sort of a
with me.
write-off.
It's
He doesn't
undeniable
know
that you're extremely
what
late.
the other Kamoshida knows.
Fine.
By the way,
I mean, I guess Stormlight Archive is sort of fantasy-esque, but again, you still have, like, pseudo-tech. And you've got an entirely different, like... The way that there aren't just... Yeah, it's just
have we met somewhere?
a mostly normal fantasy world, but with... Or mostly normal human world, but it's fantasy, so there's magic and stuff. Yeah, I saw a girl in your car, sure.
That's right. I remember now.
Yeah, you wouldn't let me in your car.
Well, I'll
Yeah, he's overlooking it for today.
I'm sure you've heard from the principal. But
Um,
at any rate,
but
hurry up
like,
and go to
the world for
faculty
Stormlight
office.
Archive
I'm
is
sure Ms.
not
Kawakami's tired of waiting.
just a normal human world. That's the whole thing. Is because it has crazy, weird weather patterns.
luck trying to
and because
enjoy
of
your
that,
new
no
school life.
normal animals or plants live there, except for in, like, one very specific area. Because you've got, like, plants that are all developed to basically, like, hide away from the crazy evil, or the crazy powerful storms. And you've got creatures that are all, like, crustaceans, or, have, like, tough
The school
shells or
turned
something
into
on
an
them.
old castle? A talking cat? Are you...
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm going to have you... The one who received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves was an Olympic medalist.
I keep thinking
An
there's something
alumnus
going on
from
with my
Shujin
chat.
Academy.
That's weird.
The PE
Oh,
teacher
it's probably the
Suguru
host stuff.
Kamoshida. It's true that what he did were deplorable crimes from indulging his desire. He confessed to it all.
That's an awful way to put it, but okay.
But there should have been no connection between the two of you since you had just Why did
There
you
was no
target him?
connection. I found out.
That's unacceptable. Try and recall it once again.
It's not once again, it's... We're going through a story. There's a logical progression of narrative here, lady. Just because you're interrogating me doesn't mean I'm just gonna, like, give you things in whatever the hell order you want. I'm going to give them to you in an order that makes sense. Yeah, for our Friendsgiving, we had some of Haley's one of Haley's coworkers and his fiance over, and played the Cyanide and Happiness game, whose name I am now entirely blanking on. Joking Hazard, I want to say? And... Oh right, I forgot there's, like, the school store. And... apparently it became very clear when I was playing cards, because I would try and have, like, a logical progression to it. So, have you ever played Joking Hazard? It's sort of... Where am I heading to? Head to the faculty office. Where the hell's the faculty office? It's sort of Cards Against Humanity, but instead of it... No, not Exploding Kittens.
Don't get involved.
Joking Hazard. So it's Card Against Humanity, except instead of, like, the judge card and a follow-up, or, like, filling in the blank, it's a comic. So whoever's the judge draws a card, and they can then play one card from their hand before or after it for the comic, and then everyone else plays the punchline to the comic. It gets all shuffled up, they try and figure out, and they pick whichever they think would be the best punchline to it. So you could usually tell it was me who did it, because it would be like, the green guy would say something, then the blue guy would say something, so in my mind it would be, okay, well then the green guy has to say something in response. And everyone else just sort of went for like, no, just go for the stupid funny joke. Like, I know, it's not funny to me like that.
Everyone's scared of you.
So apparently they all figured out how to play to my weakness very quickly. Where is... Is it 2D, really? Because that looks like a classroom. There is no room on this floor labeled as faculty office. There's a wash closet. Oop. Principal's office. Oh, right. This is a kid who's just being told, like, nope, can't recommend you to college anymore. Fuck off. Oop, wait, there it is. Right, you just can't go in here normally. That's why it doesn't show up. God damn it. Isn't Cyanide and Happiness, or not, isn't Exploding Kittens a different comic artist?
Unbelievable.
Right, yeah, this is
Being
the teacher
over
who's
half a
responsible
day
for
late
us,
on
who
your
is
first day?
depressed and bitchy at all times.
Can you explain your...
I was lost.
How could you have been lost for this long? Well, it's probably true that you're not used to the area yet, but you're still way too late.
I understand.
Will you pull yourself together? You were... More importantly, I heard that you were caught along with that Sakamoto-kun.
That's some judgmental shit.
Don't get involved with him, okay? He wasn't like that when he was devoting his time to track and field, though.
Yeah, and then someone tried to destroy the track and field team by running them ragged. I wonder who that was. It was Kamoshida.
Anyway, break's almost over. Classes will end after 5th period today because of the subway accident.
Okay.
I'll have you introduce yourself when class resumes.
Hooray!
Follow me.
Ah, okay.
By the way, when you introduce yourself...
In theory, I like the
serious
oatmeal.
About it, even if you're lying to the class.
Okay, so it's annoying me too.
Do
I'm
not
just...
say anything
I'm glad it's not just
unnecessary.
me. I don't love the oatmeal art style, which I think is part of what has always thrown me off Exploding Kittens.
You think that's him? Huh? The one
His
in the
art style
rumors?
is definitely supposed to be off-putting and kind of disgusting, but I think he does it too well, at least for me.
Being super late on his first day? He really...
He looks
It wasn't on
normal,
purpose, you fuck.
But he might
I
slug us
mean,
if we look
it's a
him in the
Japanese high school, so they also run from Monday through Saturday.
Settle down.
They have long
Well,
classes.
I'd like to introduce a transfer student.
I like how it's just a transfer student, no name given.
Today we had him attend from the afternoon on since he wasn't feeling well.
Could you come up with a better lie? Or just not lie and tell them because I was fucking lost?
All right, please say something to the class.
I'm Kappa America!
He seems quiet, but I bet when he loses it...
Right, yeah, they
he
also
was
all think I'm a
arrested for
murderer or
assault,
something.
right?
Because they've been told that I have a criminal record, not that I have a criminal record for
So...
pulling a politician off a woman he was trying to
Your
force
seat will
into
be-
a car.
Over there, the one that's open. Sorry, but can the people nearby please share your textbooks with him for today?
Ugh, this...
You were very unhappy there. I don't even remember your name, but you're very unhappy.
Lies.
Hmm?
Did you catch that? Do those two know each other? Ew, does that mean he hit on her before transferring here?
Right, yeah, so the entire thing about this... oh god, what's her name? I can
That means
apparently
she's
only
cheating
remember
on him
their
with Mr.
titles.
Kamoshida.
The rumor about her is that she's a massive slut and is going out with Kamoshida.
Then
Like,
again,
willingly.
this is Takamaki-san we're talking about.
Yeah, it's Takamaki, but what's her first
For
name? 'Cause
real,
it's-
that side
she's
of
like
the room
Norwegian.
is totally awful.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Oh, right. The volleyball rally's in 2 days.
Ugh. I mean, in high school, my classes
Everyone's
went for
just changed classes, so make sure you use
55-ish
that
minutes,
time to get
and
to
we
know
had
each other.
6 of them, plus a 15-minute, like, break, and it was either a 30 or 45-minute.
Well then, who's on duty today?
what's it called?
Everyone, please rise.
Lunch. So we ended up being in class from... Well, it depends. In theory, it was in class from like 7:30-ish to 3.
What's wrong?
But because I was in track and field, it actually ended up... And I was so fucking stupid in high school. I had an early morning class because I ran basically a news show for... I was one of the people who ran a news show for the campus. So we had to record it and speed edit it until we stopped being stupid.
It seems like people are already talking about
before
you,
the first period.
I'm not the one who...
So we would
I can't even
come
catch a
in
break.
at like...
Why do I have to deal with this?
5-something. Usually like 5:45,
You should
5:30.
head straight home without stopping by anywhere.
And
and
record it,
about Sakamoto
edit it,
Kun,
set
don't
it up
get
to
involved.
like stream live to the school,
Speak of the devil. What do you want?
and then go into our real first period. And then I would be there until like
back to black either.
5, 6, or 7, depending on how long track went.
Sorry about that. I'll be waiting on the rooftop.
Yay, rooftop.
See, that...
Why did you allow a student like him to transfer here? He's already started associating with Sakamoto. A student with a criminal record and the culprit of an assault case?
It wasn't assault. I pulled a fucking politician off a woman.
At this rate, it'd be pointless how much I contribute to the school.
So, basic idea, he's a skeezy-ass perfag, but he is making a name for the school with a volleyball team that's not terrible.
This school counts on you, Kamoshida-kun. Still, a steady build-up is necessary behind such brilliance as well.
I wanted to spend as little time at school as possible, but I was bad at it. Like, my last semester of high school, I stopped doing the early morning class because it became clear that it had turned into some sort of awful cliquey thing based around a guy who was a very small-time YouTuber, and I think still is. So I just sort of went, I'm not dealing with this shit anymore, and left that, and track wasn't going on. I mean, that sounds like assault in any sort of corrupt political environment.
Sorry for calling you up here like this.
Yeah, so track wasn't going on, and we had a thing where, because of the way our credits worked, it was so stupid. By the time you reached your last semester, if you had been doing everything correctly, you only needed 5 classes of credits instead of the normal 6 minimum. The fun part was that, okay, so I get one period off. Awesome. If you took extra classes, like you purposely took a 0 period before the first period, constantly, then you still only got to take 5.
Pretty much the same boat.
Even if by the point that you reached your last semester, it was like, I literally have every credit I can possibly need. You still had to take 5 classes worth of credit.
I heard you got a criminal record.
Mostly because the school was paid by, or the school in California got money based on how many people were at the school and for how long.
What was all that happened? You know, how we almost got killed at a castle. It wasn't a dream, right? You remember it too, yeah?
And let's be honest here, in Trump's America, that assault can also change into 8 other things within a week, and all be defended by the same people. Although, let's try and not get too political here, because my political leanings are already well established. I'm trying to make my living in small business food and
even if it was a dream, you saved
what
me
I guess
from
technically
Kamoshida.
would be modern day entrepreneurship, but
So,
without
yeah,
the ability to market
thanks.
myself. You're a good person, Ryuji.
Kamoshida we saw there. You probably don't know about it, but there are some rumors about...
I I heard them. He's a skeezy
The
slime
guy
ball.
you met at the school gates. That asshole who was all full of himself at the castle.
Yeah, the one who was
No one
wearing
says
nothing
anything
except for a
against him 'cause he's
Speedo.
some medalist who took the volleyball team to nationals. The way Kamoshida was king of that castle felt crazy real because of that.
Are nationals that big a
If we can go
thing?
back to that castle again.
Like, maybe it's just because of where I grew up, but that wasn't a thing that any sports team was trying to get to.
Forget it.
But maybe
Must have
that's
all
just
been a
America.
dream. Sorry to drag
Like, we
you
had
out here
a...
like this. That's
we
all
had
I
some
had to
sort
say.
of conference for track that... It wasn't nationals, but it was...
You know, I feel like I'm Ryuji's...
I think it was like
talking.
interstates? It was
See ya.
weird. But then again, all of the things that we were trying for in track and field were basically just weird, incestuous, built into our own school history stuff. Like, I was a pole vaulter, so one of our primary goals as pole vaulters, I don't even remember the name of it anymore, was to do a thing, and I don't remember what the thing's name was, because it was named after a student who did it for the first time. But it was basically, you wanted to pole vault higher than your pole was. So, like, the average pole, I think, was somewhere between 10 and 11.5 feet, something like that. So if you were using an 11.5 foot pole, you wanted to be able to pole vault 11.7 feet. It was really weird, and it was like the one desire that anyone ever had was all these weird school records that we wanted to beat, because we didn't even care about competing for some reason, but I guess that's just track, where you're less competing against other people and more just competing against your own past scores. I didn't look at any of that chat, I feel bad now.
What is it? Yo.
That's not incorrect, which makes it worse. It's that strange, fervent belief that because so many people have decided that he's the kind of guy I can sit down and have a beer with, that makes him, like, truthful, and that obviously he couldn't possibly be lying because we've been taught that the government lies. Yeah. I really hate my country right now. Like, the fact that people, for some reason, are legitimately rallying behind a fucking monster like Roy Muir, and yet you have an
About time you've come
actual, like, prosecutor, and they're claiming that he's soft on crime, and you're rallying behind the fucking pedophile. I really hate Alabama, but I also just hate my own country right now.
Oh, your rehab.
Sure, whatever.
There is no need to understand.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it's supposed to be.
You persona I have high. There is no need to worry. You will learn when the time comes.
Good. I like learning.
Using it will allow.
This is the Metaverse Navigator. It's the app that we've got on our phone, and palaces are the, like,
it to
massive
you as a
things of
means
corrupted
to train you as a thief.
mental space.
The Metaverse Navigator is a gift from our master.
Devote yourself to your training so that you may become a fine thief.
It must be disheartening to make use. Should there be others who would prove beneficial to you, I will grant. This is all.
Right, yeah, so this is how we're supposed to build a
It's
team,
time.
basically.
Go back and enjoy whatever.
Yeah, that topic got depressing real quick. Just remembering that I actively hate my own country right now because we are royally fucked up. I should have checked the percentage on this before I continued drinking it. I don't think it's particularly high, but still. Oh, it's higher than the last one, 13.4. I've had more than half a bottle now. Oh. I guess it's technically better than the other depressing thoughts I've been having, because I've been trying to figure out... honestly,
Seriously?
how to make this bigger. How to make this stream more popular. How to find some fucking time in my life so that I can actually be making more, like, YouTube videos and things. So that I can make this an actual job. But I don't have the time because I can't just quit my job. Because there's just too much shit that I need to be able to have money for. Beyond just, like, rent and eating. Like, I don't have that much debt, but I'm married now, and we want to get a house, which means I need a real job, which means I can't just, like, drop everything and try and make this happen. It means I need to figure out how to make this happen and start doing it while having no free time first.
Class is starting.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go pull up a quiz real quick. What is this game called? Hey, you, new kid, yeah? Yep, me. Okay. The Greek philosopher Plato divided the human soul into 3 parts.
What's the answer?
The soul is composed of appetite, spirit, and what else? Oh, shit. Okay, this is why I go to, because I really don't remember any of these. Logic. I 100% would have not gone with logic. I know it's how the rest of the world feels, too, but...
Correct.
Still. Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about my, like, job bitching. I thought you meant the fact that my country is... Not the fact that my country is a fucking shithole right now. Oh, God. I still don't know how this happened. Like, at this point, I'm mostly just trying to get out of my current job because... While nothing, strictly speaking, illegal or unquestionably illegal has happened, it is very clearly, like, the plant that I work at is not going to be running forever. There's a very good chance that the plant I work at will not be running after the new financial year starts. And our financial year starts in January. Because it would look real bad on paper if suddenly the biggest, oldest plant closed at the very end of a financial year. But if they close at the beginning of a financial year, no, it's just restructuring. We're selling off all of the insanely old pieces of shit equipment that have been there since the goddamn 60s, and totally have not been leaching metal into our products or anything like that. Yes, what's up?
Hey.
Meanwhile, the other thing that I'm definitely waiting on is for the Dauntless beta wipe and push for, what's it called? Honing? Sharpened? It's something about, like, sharpening. Basically, they're redoing their progression system. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, so it'll give me something to consistently stream on a very regular basis as I try and get a, like, play through that and see the redevelopment of the game. Sure, what's next? The other two are kind of dickish.
Oh.
It's my magic phone app. I don't think you'll believe me, but okay. Honing, maybe? I honestly just don't recall what they've called it. It's something... hang on. I meant to actually set this to do the auto-talking, and I forgot because I'm dumb.
If a huge castle like that really exists, I'm sure we'll find it in no time.
Nope, that's about the closed beta. Nope, that's the weapon that's coming with the update in April, or in December. God damn it, my brain doesn't work. Where am I going?
When did they build something like that, though?
Sharpen your skills. That was it. Sharpen your skills. No, not horny teenagers.
We walked
God damn, horny teenagers making everything bad for everyone else. Sure, maybe.
When you put it that way, I'm not so sure anymore.
Well, it was that or no, so I gave you the better one.
Let me know if you notice.
I mean, we could just pull out the phone and use it like we know we can do now, but whatever.
We're at school. There wasn't anything.
I guess he
out of place
doesn't
along
actually
the
know
way,
how to
right?
use it yet.
I didn't see no cap. We must have made a wrong turn. Let's try again. Don't worry, I won't mess up this time.
I love that my auto host keeps. So, I've got like the list of auto hosts who are currently hosting, or not auto hosts, hosts who are currently hosting us, who for some reason, most of whom, actually all of whom are auto hosts, but for some reason they just keep changing order. So I keep going like, what was that? Is that chat? Nope. It's not chat.
What do you think?
Yeah, check your phone.
I already did that. I didn't see anything like it.
No, not the map, you twit.
Hey, that reminds me. Didn't you have a navigator?
Yes, the Metaverse Navigator, you idiot. We just
I don't know
talked
if it
about
was
Igor
or not,
about
but I
this.
heard stuff that sounded like one coming from your phone. You know, didn't it say stuff like returned to the real world? Let me see your phone for a bit.
Okay, that was a little bit of a dick move.
What's this eyeball-looking thing?
Yeah, I can't delete it. It just keeps coming back.
Wait, what?
No, it's not different. Igor, give me more power!
Weird app.
Now I want to watch Young Frankenstein again. It's not even that...
Wait, this is it!
It's differing amount of people hosting. It's 5 people who all have me set as an auto-host. However...
I knew it! It is a navigation app!
It might just be randomizing them, because I think most of them are currently giving 0 viewers.
Oh,
so it's just going like, let's check and make sure. And it's randomizing them into whatever order it's checking them in, but I just don't know. Frank und Steen.
All we're doing is starting
It's
an app.
Frank und Steen. God damn it.
Kamoshida, beginning navigation.
It's probably bad that, for the closest thing Haley and I had to a honeymoon was basically just hanging around in our
Then we
Las
went in a
Vegas
certain direction and-
hotel room, and we spent a fair amount of it watching
what are
the...
you-
I don't know why this is a thing now. The lead up to the 25 Days of Christmas, because that's a thing that exists on American TV now, which is a bit much even for me. So this was back in the beginning of November. And we ended up watching, I think it was one day, was just like all of the Harry Potter movies back to back. And the next day, I think we actually went out and did stuff all day, but when we came home, the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was on. And we just, like, laid down to watch that. Because Gene Wilder is a fucking gem. Well, I guess was a gem. That's a little bit depressing. We had a very boring honeymoon because we were just sitting around in a Las Vegas hotel room for like 2 extra days beyond when everyone else was. And both of us were kind of sick, and when we weren't sick, Haley's parents would appear, knock on the door, and go, "Hey, we're going to breakfast, and we're taking you with us." And then would realize that they said that to Haley and go, "And Steven, you don't have to go if you don't want to." Yeah, you jelly? It's fucking sweet.
I ain't jealous. What's going on
You better
here?
be jealous, it's beautiful. Hey, Morgana.
Stop making a commotion.
You?
The shadows started acting up, so I
Welcome
came
to the
here
channel,
wondering
Magic
what it
Forever.
could be. To think you guys would come back to the entrance when you barely managed to escape.
Yeah, well now we're slightly more prepared.
That's right.
But it's a...
This castle is the school, but only to this castle's ruler.
The castle's ruler?
I think you called him Kamoshida?
I don't think Morgana is into that, man.
It's...
If I recall correctly, Morgana also doesn't remember what gender they are, or whether or not they're human.
Explain it.
I have played it before. I'm actually replaying it because I don't think I ever
shouldn't
finished
have
it.
expected a moron to get it.
And I stopped somewhere probably like 2/3 of the way through, and I don't want to go back and just be confused, not remembering where the hell I was. Because I played it around launch.
For real?
And it's been a bit. It's been quite a while, actually.
Oh, shit.
Because I think I stopped playing it to just start slamming Horizon Zero Dawn. I think.
saw other guys held captive here yesterday.
No, maybe not, because I think Horizon came out first. I'm not sure.
Most likely on Kamoshida's orders. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's like that every day here. What's more,
From my memory, I'm pretty sure Morgana spends like half the game trying to loudly proclaim she's not a cat, though. So, might not go over too well for you there, man.
You hear me, Kamoshida?
doing that isn't going to open it, you know.
We
Still,
also
it seems
just
you
have the
your
way we
reasons.
came. We know that there's a way in.
Hey, Mona!
What?
It's Morgana!
Do you know where those voices are coming from?
You want me to take you to them?
Yes, sure.
Well, I guess I could guide you there.
Yep, nope, let's go.
It's settled then.
For real? Thanks, man.
Alright, let's do this. Now then.
Oh, for God's sake. Welcome to the channel, Complacent Fool. That's appropriate for some of our recent discussions.
Huh?
Yes, I remember how to get up. Just let me do it. Oh, hush up. Right, I was going to change... I can't do it now. Okay. Please let me pause the game. There we go. If I can just... I think it's under config, right? Auto advance. There we go. No, nope, nope, nope. I wanted to change the auto advance. Thank you. There we go. Ah, yes, the necessary quotes. I forgot about the dumb paintings. It's the real world bleeding through. Calm the hell down. You'll be fine. Woof. Right, except that doesn't work in conversations where no one is audibly talking. Damn it. Yay, at least I can still remember how to pour a goddamn glass of wine. Only had... Well, technically only like 6 months of training on it, but still. 4-year degree that partially included how to pour a glass of wine, damn it. Actually, there's not that much left. See, I keep seeing this place, and now all I can think of is one of the fucking voice lines from Killing Floor 2, because I'm playing it too much. Because the character I play complains about it being, like, why are we underground? Underground sucks, it's creepy. I don't know why, but apparently that's just a thing now. My character does not like being underground. Yes, yes, I remember how to do combat, thank you.
Yeah, let's go.
Unless there's no place to sneak. I feel like that was a legitimate ambush, but okay.
Let's do it.
Level 2 Crypt-Dwelling Paramaniac. Well, let's just stab it. That hurt! Why are you still on like, self-control? Oh, good. It had insufficient SP, but it still tried to use it? That's weird. Right, Ryuji hasn't given me a gun yet.
Alright.
Okay, hang on. System. Config. Difficulty's fine. Network function. What is persona memory? Oh, okay. I was mostly just trying to see if I could find the... make my team stop doing shit on their own. Persona? Nope, those are my personas. Ooh, tactics. Direct commands. There we go. Okay, that makes me happier now. It's weird that a lot of the time I end up just going, fuck it, and do auto fight. But I like having the micromanagement when I want it.
Hey!
Cheers. Oh, good. Yes, just friend of the cells. Ooh, that's much more lemony. That's nice.
This is...
So I'm not super worried about these guys because we'll explain it later, but they're not real. They're shadows. They're like mental images that Kamoshida has of real people. So they're not in actual danger beyond the fact that he apparently wants to do these horrible things to people.
The shadows probably won't come in here.
How can you tell?
There's a lack of distortion here, meaning the ruler's control over this area is weak.
Basically, it bleeds through to a real place.
Is this a classroom?
Now do you understand? This place is another reality that the ruler's heart projects.
So he feels like he doesn't have control over classrooms.
Shit makes no sense at all.
Makes perfect sense.
One could say it's a world in which one's distorted desires have materialized. I call such a place a palace.
A palace?
This is happening because he thinks the school is his own castle.
So it became like this because he just thought of it like that? That son of a bitch!
You must really hate this Kamoshida guy.
Hate doesn't even cover how I feel. Everything is that asshole's fault.
I don't know what happened between you two, but don't let your emotions get the better of you. His lackeys are everywhere inside.
Yeah, so we can just kill them.
You're curious about your outfit, aren't you?
Not really.
Yeah, I'm curious as hell about it too.
That's also because of this world.
More stuff that makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense, Ryuji.
Anything
Calm the hell
distorts
down.
according to how a ruler pleases within his palace. A school can turn into a castle like this, after all. In order to prevent such distortions, one must hold a powerful will of rebellion. Your appearance is a manifestation of that. It's the
This is what
image of
rebellion looks like
that
to
you
me.
hold
A
within.
trench coat. Haha!
I'm so fed up with all this. I'm more curious about you than his clothes. What the hell are you anyways?
I'm a human. An honest-to-God human.
No, you're obviously more like a cat.
This is, well, it's because I lost my true form, I think.
You think?
You think?
But I do know how to regain my true form.
No,
the
you
reason
think
why
you
I
know
snuck
how.
in here was for a preliminary investigation of those means. Well, I ended up getting caught, though. Besides, I've been tortured by Kamoshida too. I'm gonna make him pay for sure.
Sounds like a
What
plan.
is this, a comic book? This is seriously crazy.
Just a bit. Just a bit
If we're
crazy.
gonna keep going, we should hurry along. I'll be counting on your skills this time too, rookie. Got it?
Don't worry, I'm not gonna force it all on you. I thought it might help, so... I brought this just in case. It's a model gun, though, so it only makes sounds.
That's a toy!
But it looks totally real, so it'll at least fake him out. Oh, I brought some medicine, too. You know what they say, providing is something. Huh? Huh?
So you were planning this from the start.
I feel like what you were actually looking
if
for
you're
is
ready to go,
be
we'll resume our
prepared.
infiltration.
But okay, that hurt more than it should have. Oh, good. Already trying to break myself. Good job, me.
Now then.
Yep. Yes, I know how to use safe rooms. Yes, I know there are soldiers outside. They're not that hard to kill. I just like that sound. It's beautiful. Okay, are you gonna finally remind me how to, like,
Okay, let's go.
hide? Nope, still can't hide. Good. Seems so. Yes, I know. I'm trying to capture him. Or not capture
on,
I'm trying to
man.
fight him.
Now then.
Yes, thank you. I know.
Show
There
me your
we go.
true form.
There we go. We actually ambushed him.
What is this? All right. The first
Gallows
move is ours.
flowers.
It's time.
Yeah, I don't think these guys are weak to dark, but I'll try it just
You're
once.
mine.
Nope, not weak to dark. What about wind? Nope, okay. Ow, dick. Wait, why can't I use my gun?
Scratch one enemy.
Yeah, my gun isn't here yet. What the hell?
One enemy remaining.
I'm just remembering now that the music is like super
Spectacular victory.
samey, I guess? Wait, Damasu, are you actually in stream, or are you just, like, whispering me?
Okay.
Because I can't really type a response, so hopefully you're actually just in chat and snuck past Loratron?
Hey.
Nope, okay. Underground passage, sure. Ooh, wait, there's a door? A locked door. Damn it. Right, we don't have the thief vision yet. That's why this isn't, none of this is working, or looks the way I expect it to.
Damn it.
Nope. Hi, persons. There, okay, so now you're gonna teach me how to hide, right?
Damn it.
Right? Stop talking.
Whoa!
God forbid we just jump out and grab it.
You have the gun with you, right? Point it at a shadow and fire.
There we go. Okay. Sorry. I just wanted to try and at least do a brief, like, it's like 140, 130-ish hours, depending on how insane you are. Oh, Beguiling Girl. I know she is weak to gunfire.
Nice. The enemy's dead. How about that? Be mindful of how much...
Yes, yes, I know I need to remember to conserve ammo.
Persona.
Oh, she's weak to it, okay.
Ravage them.
All right, I'll show you my...
I forgot that his weapon's a fucking slingshot. No, talk to me! Fuck.
Did it! They've fallen flat!
Talk to me! God damn it! No, I want to capture personas. I apparently don't remember when that happens, because I keep thinking it's now. It's like the third or fourth time that I have stopped a fight going, yay, new persona! I can't capture this persona. Cock.
For real?
Because I believed it could. I'm a fucking 40k orc. Oh god. So, for those who don't know, I love 40k lore. 40k lore is batshit insane. Their orcs basically
Nice going!
make 0 sense. And the reason for that is because of the, like, magic system for 40k is manipulating the warp, or the immaterium, which is like the universe just next door, where emotions have created a, like, insanely fluid universe of pure terror and chaos gods made out of emotion. And the orcs aren't technically psychic, which is the way that you, like, pull power from that world, is by being a psyker. Instead, they form this massive gestalt psychic field around their groups. And the bigger the group is, one, it becomes a wog, and that power goes into 2 things. First, it funnels into the war chief of the wog, and depending on how big the wog gets, it makes the war chief or warlord or whatever physically bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The other thing it does is... I haven't tested guns on these guys, have I? Beautiful. So the other thing it does is... I probably wasted so much ammo there. Is it makes whatever orcs think should work. Welcome to the channel, Mr. Coffee Stains and Flumpalicious. So basically, like, they have this theory that the Reddens go faster. AKA, they think that red vehicles go faster. But because they have this insane gestalt psychic field around their entire army, the red ones actually go faster. Because when you look at their vehicles, there's no combustion engine, it's just a casing on wheels with a steering wheel, and somehow it works. The same thing happens with their guns. So, like, anytime humans would, like, pick up their guns, and the orcs stopped being around, it would just stop working. Like, you could use orc weapons against orcs, because the orcs would go, "Oh, that's a gun! Oh god, that's gonna hurt me." But but once the orcs left, the field goes away, so you basically end up with humans picking up a thing that's just like, this is a brick with a tube and, like, a handle with a thing that looks sort of like a trigger. This shouldn't work. There's no adhesive. This doesn't stay together. So it just falls apart. But if there's an orc around, it's a totally functional gun. It's not accurate, but it's functional. Orcs are really, really weird.
Nice going!
Like, there's another example of, I guess what really hooks me into a world is, like, a good, maybe not well thought out, but a good, thorough magic system. Like, Psykers, while bizarre and kind of insane, are a thought-out magic system, because every race has their own version of it. The Eldar have, like, an insanely structured and very strict use of it, because they accidentally created a Chaos God at one point. Humans have... While they have, like, way less structure about how you use your power, they have much more structure about who can use power. You've got orcs that don't even know that they're using power. And it just makes it work. Yeah, orcs are... Well, they're not plants, they're fungus.
Yeah.
It's the reason why the orcs are effectively the biggest threat to the Imperium, is because when they fight, they don't even need to die. Just whenever they fight, they drop spores. And those spores cause them, just, like... They don't even sexually reproduce. The spores just grow up into more orcs, or into, like, squigs, and the little ones who I always forget the name, snotlings. Are they snotlings, or is that the Warhammer Fantasy version? Why are you spanking them with flat sides of a sword? That's
How many
weird.
times do I have to tell you to...
And then you get, like, the Tyranid, who are basically like a weird hole in the world. Like, they use it, but they're so massive, and they're almost like orcs that figured out what they were doing and just turned it into a thing.
If we stay obedient, we won't be executed like you guys.
So basically, they end up being this one massive mind that's so big in the Immaterium that it blocks out anyone else's access to power, because they just sort of monopolize all of it and sort of shunt it to the side. Yeah, orcs, snotlings,
These are only
orcs.
humans
Oh,
in
Grots, that was
Kamoshida's
it.
cognition.
Big boys,
They
war
aren't
boss,
real
yeah.
humans.
Yeah, that's where, like, you get
It means
knobs
there's
and
no
war
point in
bosses,
saving
is that
them. Their
the
gift would
WOG
say that these are
identifies that
extreme-
these guys are supposed to be in charge, because they beat up someone at some point.
So the
So
school's a castle, and
they
the
focus
students
this
are
Gestalt
slaves.
field
It's
on
so
them,
on
and
point
it
that it
makes
me
them
laugh.
bigger and more powerful, so that
This
they
really
are
is the
harder
inside
to
of that
dethrone.
asshole's head.
For the same reason, it actually means that if one of them does get dethroned by just like a random boy, that boy tends to get even more powerful than the person who he dethroned. It's just like, holy shit, how did he do that?
I know these guys.
Hang on.
They're members of the volleyball team, the one Kamoshida coaches for.
They must be physically abused every day. There's no way they'd be so bad.
Don't tell me they're going through similar shit in reality?
Well, I'm about to finish this.
I mean, this proves that Kamoshida thinks of them as slaves.
So it might be for real. Maybe Kamoshida's using physical punishment.
Okay, that's
just
fun.
rumors,
So
right?
Miriam just got here.
If they're true, wouldn't this be something to
Despite
report
all of
to
the
the
dogs went
police?
absolutely insane.
I'll use these guys as evidence. If it all goes
So,
well,
let me see if I can get to a
take down
good
that asshole.
stopping point. Honestly, what may end up happening is I'll just pause and come back for the game later. Oh my goodness, there is so much talking. Come on, let me pause.
Let's go.
Yeah, sorry about that, I should have muted, but I ran out to go do a stupid thing. Okay. Thank you all very much. I will be probably back later today, because we're not going to be hanging out for too long. So, I'm very sorry. I did not think to mute. Because I wasn't 100% sure it was Miriam. I thought it might just be, like, someone knocking on my door with a package or something. Sorry, I'll be back in a little, well, not a little bit, but in a couple hours. So, hopefully see you all later. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching the video, hope you enjoyed it. Please consider checking out some of the other videos that are playing alongside this one, and maybe think about checking us out on Twitter, Facebook, or Twitch. We're still running a 365-day streaming challenge, and maybe consider supporting us over on Twitch or on Patreon if you really like we did, and if you want to get access to some of our other stuff like the Derpy Puppy feed or our Patreon-only stuff. Either way, thanks y'all.